Liquid team kill, by the way. It has to happen every tournament. In the top right, we do have Cure. And in the bottom left, we do have Clement. From France. Playing a lot of Protoss recently. Expecting kind of the standard blink into charge. And a very map control heavy style. Very flexible, very aggressive. Excuse me, aggressive. Uh-oh. Hotkey bug. Now, Cure is going for a engineering bay block. Enki, the troll. Oh my. Okay, cybernetics core on the way, of course. And Clem is moving down now to find this engineering base. Gonna be like, alright man, I don't care. He's like, in his head is playing this song. I don't care. I love it. I'm Protoss. I don't care. And that's why he's making a nexus wherever he wants. Because he just doesn't care. Instantly. There was no flinch of reaction even. Two adepts here. Going into late stalkers, it seems like. Twilight coming on. We see a lot of second unit stalker here from Protoss players, but Clem does prefer the double adept. I've seen this a lot of times. Man, he's so aggressive against those Marines. He just wants to kill stuff. It's so funny. It's so different from how every other Protoss is playing. Like, oh, I could lose the adept here. Oh, I need to be careful. No, he's just walking in. I can kill a Marine. Let's go. You know? It's so crazy. I can kill a Hellion. Let's go. And he does use the shade to just evacuate. Alright, guys. Are we done with the chatting? I feel like we have had our fun and it should be good. A bunch of Hellions coming over here. And they want to walk into the main base. There's nothing in the main. There's one Stalker. 4 Hellions? No, 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 I don't think so, Clem. Can he make something happen? Is he gonna create a wall, anything? He's gonna stack them up? Stack them up? Oh no, he created a wall the other way. Clem, this is how you sometimes play. He does create a wall with the Stalker, but oh, the line of probes does evacuate. Hey, it's not the worst. It's only 7 dead workers. Now, if there would be a couple more in this base as the follow-up, that would be the best. But in the end, it's only 7 workers. I mean, let's be real here. Cure, are you gonna ever win a game against Clem if you kill 7 workers only for 4 Hellions? I don't think so. No? No, this is of course a very nice lead here for Cure. Should translate It's a very healthy mid-game for a Terran player, and it did keep the pressure off himself for quite a while. Now, he did only invest those Hellions. That means, basically, the units he wanted to lose anyways, or he would lose anyways. They're not going to be in a straight-up fight. And, yeah, you don't want to have them sit there and defend. You want to trade them for workers. That's what they're made for, and that's what they did. And they did a very good job at it. Oh, he's gonna let the Shade finish. A big mistake by Clem. Maybe the 4 AM Protoss shenanigans are catching up to him. He loses an observer. Q has keen eyes right now. He's looking poised to take this game, actually. Like, everything he's doing is just making sense, and it does add efficiency to himself. While Clem is just honestly being a little bit sloppy here and there, losing some stuff. He did have a, actually, like, considering the danger and the threat those Hellions did pose, I felt like his clutch management, his clutch defense was quite nice, but it was not perfect. And I mean, it was impossible to be perfect, right? It required Cure to mess up big time, but he still, all things considered, kind of had a very good crisis management there, not losing like the full mineral line, right? That could have happened as well. Now, still though, I feel like Cure is just doing everything a little bit more profound, a little bit more strong and solid, and his 2-base push could just be a bit too much, because Clem is not gonna be able to keep up the production. As I say that though, charge Zerglots, Zerglings, Zealots, and 4 extra gateways. Another observer going down the drain here. Cure on top of that. At this point, you kind of want to place a missile turret here. He does have one anti-DT missile turret. Cure has been only producing observers from the robo so far. Sorry, Clem, because Cure has been sniping all of them. Now, can Clem engage this army correctly? I feel like his army's a little bit too flimsy here. He does have +1 attack, but he's already losing a couple zealots. Now pre-stimmed here and already healing up those marines. If the engage happens now, I'm not a big fan of this for Clem, but the flank is actually quite nice. Very good force fields here. I'm a little bit surprised. Clem is doing way better than I thought. He had a little bit more than I thought as well behind all of that. He was really baiting with that army there in the north. Now, he does get a good engage, but he still does not kill this army. He manages to push it back though. And that means this third base, it's safe. And Cure's staying power is diminishing. No more tanks, only a couple of Widow Mines. The AoE is about to be gone, the Cyclone just die. Those Widow Mines, oh my god, that was some big hits though! That's kind of completely depleting all of the Zealots here, and we're suddenly looking only on a very flimsy Protoss army here. Those 2 Widow Mines, they killed like 5 Zealots, that was insane! But Clem, he doesn't care. He just says, alright man, I still have more Zealots, I can just throw them at you, there you go. And it feels like his Zealots are faster than the Zealots from other players. And they deal damage faster, and I don't know why, it just looks like that. And meanwhile, Cure is not doing anything with these medevacs. Now finally he's moving again. Poof. Clem setting up a 4th base. And he's gonna scout this accidentally. Is he gonna have the correct units at home though? Nah, this army's gonna be too slow. Oh, Cure's not gonna commit. He's too afraid. There was an opening, but he doesn't exploit it. Now he runs into the army again. He's gonna kill the sentries, which is gonna be nice. But then he needs to be careful there. Cannot really snipe down those Stokers and these zealot reinforcements. Now, looking at +2 here, just finishing up in the midst of this fight. No two... Well, I'm finally starting the +2 here for Cure, but that's gonna be a little bit away. Now, Cure has been just running, losing units to those charge reloads, and he's trying to get a good engage at his base, trying to up the efficiency, but I mean, the efficiency is about to swing because we have +2 Colossi. Don't have thermal lance yet. There's only single fight production, but they're gonna get it eventually. We already have a couple Vikings, so... And rather Marauder heavy here for Cure. He should stim these units. You need to... I mean, look at this. They're just dying anyways. Oh, now though, the Widow Mines again connecting very nicely. Clem splitting on Widow Mines has been mediocre. It has been mediocre. Oh, he does see that one. Trying to come in again here, trying to snipe things with those Stokers. I really like how he's managing his army. And it feels like his engagements are going very nicely indeed. But this could be a swinging point here. Finally some for Cure, but as I say that always, it feels like Clem is making to get... It's kind of managing to get a good position. For his units, for his army movement. And he's just extracting so much value out of these units. It's insane. Like, this is how Protoss was intended to be played. Look at this. He's moving with everything back, but then he moves forward with the Colossi. He moves everything back, but he moves forward with the Stalkers. He's always punishing something. And he's kind of randomizing what he's punishing. If the Colossus move forward, well, it's going to be a punish against ground. If the Stalkers move forward, it's going to be against the air units. Now he has him kind of cornered, man. Look at that. Cure is just... These Colossi, they have 7 and 3 kills. And 9 kills. Those are looking at insane kill numbers right now. And they're still standing alive. And GG is going to be called. Cure is going to fall apart. He just cannot handle this ongoing onslaught. Insane. Because... Like, Clem is never fully retreating. Whenever he retreats a little bit, he does move forward with something. With something to punish. It's insane. That's how God David Kim intended Protoss to be played. And he played that with a hotkey issue. Just confirming to Clem that he's going. Okay, PVT, PVT. There we go. It's gonna be another PVT. Whispers of Gold. Map number 2. Loading up. Whispers of gold. (1-0) for this man. Liquid's best Protoss player, arguably. Clem. And Liquid's second best Terran player. Going for a proxy. Only one barracks. Crazy, Clem has been with Team Liquid for 5 years at this point. It's insane. Cure for 2 years, Skillets for 2 years, a laser for 3 years. But we don't see a laser do that much, honestly. It's a little bit of a shame. He's such a talented player. And Mana the same. Mana has been with Team Liquid for like 11 years at this point. It's more than a decade. It's crazy, but Mana also is playing a lot of different games, has taken breaks and stuff like that. Oh, so this was being seen, and we will see the probe go and harass this again. It's gonna bring a few more probes. He should probably rotate one over here. Now the Reaper's there. He's gonna try to chase out these probes. He didn't throw down a shield battery, which is a little bit puzzling to me. He does lose a probe. He's gonna get the second one. Good micro is saving the most of the probes there. And the bunker is... Oh, he's committing hard on the SCV, so the SCV's gone. The bunker's up, but that was a good commitment there by Clem. Oh, he needs to be careful. Oh, a missed shot there on top of the plates. Miss micro by Clem. Do we ever see that? Yes, it happened. Now he does pay with another probe for that, but he does get a Reaper. Kind of funny, man. The Reaper shooting out of a bunker. It looks so weird. It's gonna sell the bunker, but it doesn't work if it burns. That's a patch change. He's kind of threatening with the Reaper, so he gets the money back. That's a cool move, actually. Barracks flying home. And second barracks in production. Yeah, 2-1-1 follow-up. For now. Could be another barracks very soon here. But division was not granted, so unfortunately the Twilight is still invisible. But it's not a secret. I mean, look at this guy. It's Clem, it's Blink, it's... Have you seen a different game from him? I haven't. If he plays Protoss. Now, Widow Mine drop on the way here. 4 mines, that's gonna be a bunch of mines. And there's only gonna be 3 Stalkers, maybe 4 Stalkers to be able to defend this. Oh, the boost already ran out. Ooh, slow-mo medevac. Do you know they didn't have boosts when the game came out? Yeah. They don't need it, actually. They're still pretty good. Let's have a look at the unit count. We're looking at 4 Stalkers, but if they're not in position, I mean, you can just argue, like, quote-unquote dodge the shots, right? So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's gonna be a split and whatnot, but it's gonna be a lot of mining time going down the drain. It's gonna not hit a probe, but this is now You need to clear this, right? And he still doesn't have blink. Now he's gonna lose the first probe. He's gonna start to sacrifice single file probes now, but Kyo is picking up the ones that have been used up. Oh! Okay. So 3 probes for 2 Widow Mines. Actually, a very good defense, but income. That's the dip. That's the mining time that also went down the drain. Forge on the way here. Clem likes to play a very early single forge going into extremely fast damage upgrades. That's why it looks like his units are dealing so much damage, I think. I mean, he's going into the forge before he starts his charge, right? Now finally starting up the charge, pressuring with a couple of stalkers here across the map. He's reinforcing with like an observer or something. Going into the main base, but Kyo doesn't see this. He's perfectly on the edge of the vision, waiting for his blink cooldown, and now he's gonna go in and probably walk into the, oh, he doesn't know about the tank. He's gonna blink on top of the tank. Splits off one stalker, says, alright, I can sacrifice a stalker for a tank. It's a good trade. But in the meantime, we do have an auditor dealing some damage here. Second one is gonna be dropped down now, but this Raven is gonna fall here. Ooh. And, well, the pressure in the main has been pushed away. There was a stalker that got killed by the Raven, so that's at least one thing. And this medevac is still waiting here. By the way, we have a lot of mining operations down here as well. Observer walking through a scan. That's an ambitious observer. Like, he walked through a scan and still just went to where he wanted to go to. No F's given. 4th base. Not yet. It's gonna throw down a couple of pylons first for vision. Going up to 6 extra gates. Widow Mine drop coming back in here, but Clem, I mean, are you actually gonna hope to catch someone like Clem off guard as Cure? It kind of makes you look foolish, right? It's a very difficult thing to do. Extra barracks going on for Cure. This stalker's gonna find these 2 medevacs. This is like the most random stalker. He's even gonna get away because he has blink. Now, +1 concussive shells and combat shields are gonna finish up. Concussive shells very early here. Doesn't really have that many marauders yet. Does have 1 in the mix. Colossus range in the way, 4th base on the way, a bunch of zealots are here. And the first Colossus is out, so doing kind of the same thing again. +1 is finished, needs to start at +2. There we go. I kind of like this style from Clem. It's super active, it's super mobile, pure aggression. Just trying to stay ahead on the curve, on upgrades, on tech. And on movement, look at that. Outpositioning Cure already. Cure has some reinforcements though. Not before losing a couple of SCVs. Oh, but the splitting, that's something he needs to get better at, it feels like. The splitting of the Zealots against Widow Mines has been getting Cure into positions that he should not have been in. Now 1 Hellion trying to come in here, shooting at those workers. Can he get a kill? A couple of zealots are gonna get warped in here. I'm gonna deal with this. Now Cure is coming back with his main army here to try and fend off this push, but man, the Colossus are doing God's work. Look at that. 11 SCVs dying again and just running out as his zealots do deplete. That Hellion. It's like the most random Hellion. Oh no! Just 2 Colossi pushing there from the top. That's so funny. Cure kills an observer, as you can see. There's the metal just bouncing off. He's been on top of killing these observers, but... Oh, Clem is finally doing something different. Dark Shrine here. And second Forge. Dark Shrine. Now, Cure has been using a lot of scans for observers. And it feels like Clem is building on this situation where he might have a few DTs that can get undetected because there's just not enough energy stacked onto those orbitals. But Cure kind of identifying this, saying, alright, it's time to throw down a couple of missile turrets in key locations here. But maybe they are just a tiny bit too late. Clem makes his entrance here. But a nice scan here is gonna kill all 3 of the DTs. Fully deflected, that DT shrine. Does he not see this observer? I guess not. Now Clem trying to push in here. He's gonna, see? He's gonna snipe a Viking while he backs up with everything else. That bunker is empty. Look at that, 4 Colossi. This is looking like a campaign army at this point. And the goal is gonna be like, defeat the onslaught of Zerg. Even though it's a PvT. Now another observer was killed, scanned and killed. I'm gonna say 5 observers have been killed. It's 4. There we go. Oh no, a disruptor controlled by Clem is actually gonna get a few units. The Stalker's always coming in for another snipe, always in for another hit on those air units. And this base is gonna be in trouble here. Look at that, already again, a bunch of SCVs going down here. Nice EMPs on the Zealots, but is there enough damage to follow this up? A nice disruption over there. The Colossus are completely shredding the SCV flank. And man, Clem is just walking through Cure here. GG is gonna be called. And the PvP is gonna happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Clem against MaxPax PvP on Europe. Let's go.